What's up, YouTube? We back in with another video. Now, on this catch up, we got Cliff and Ro. Now, I feel like this happening way too fast because I could have sworn it was just on like the last episode. Maybe one or two episodes, definitely two, no more than 2 episodes ago. They were on there. So, I don't know if something major happened. This thing done fell apart, but we about to find out. So, let's start this thing off correctly. Cliff and Ro, anything you say can will be used against you in the court of... And please like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get it. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. All right.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette and we are here today with Cliff and Ro. Welcome y'all. How are we feeling?
They look exactly the same. Now, I'm going to do this because I always do it. So I feel like it's just, might as well. All right, 2,600 following, Division of Success, HGC, ISU alumni, 2016, certified scuba diver. Okay, that's why it's scuba duba. Okay, he is a scuba diver. All right, that's lit. He got some outdoor, must have a Challenger. Okay, all right, it better be the Scat or Hellcat. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah. Scuba Doo. Okay. Not Scooby Doo, but scuba diver. In the scuba gear. Okay. Do some construction. Looks like he's well rounded. I know I was talking trash about him because I felt like he didn't have no contention with any of the ladies. He just felt like he kind of was just wanting to get picked, felt like to me. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and slide over to the ladies' Instagram, which I know for a fact I already looked at this if she was on the show. Oh, Gun Rogan. Okay. About 2,000 followers. Child of God. Yeah, I remember this. Nurse in progress, retired model. I remember this Instagram. He ain't in it, so yeah, you know what that means. He ain't in it, so they not in it. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, yep, that's cool. It is what it is. Let's continue.
Ellen?
How you doing? How you doing, Arlette?
I'm good. Thank you. So we had you both on episode 28 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you guys ended up matching. Well then, is it going to be a yes for you for her?
Audio
and
was
is it
out.
a yes for you for him? Yes. We got it!
You know what? I never posted this one because the audio was out. That's why I never did this, because the audio was out. I was gonna do it, but the audio was out. I don't think I even did it. Yep.
On that episode, you know, that was kind of like the guys got brought back. It was your second chance at finding someone. Cliff, how was it for you the second time around?
Second time around, it was a little crazy.
Okay.
I was still was getting popped, but I managed to get a match. You know,
right.
Third time the charm. You know, like everyone's been saying. So it was pretty. It was it felt good to actually get a match, but you know, so yeah, from the previous 23. So it was pretty good. I felt good about it.
Okay.
See, I could say he was kind of like I ain't gonna say he was forcing the match, but he ain't have no contention with nothing, man. He just was so like agreeable and I just want to get picked. He almost seemed like a little puppy kinda.
But yeah, because I know a lot of people were like, man, Cliff went up there twice and he got popped last minute, and then finally third time Ro came in and was like, yes. So everybody was super happy for you.
Yeah.
Ro, how was it for you? How has it been since you've been on the show? All of that.
I mean, it's been okay. I mean, I'm honestly just focused on myself. Not sounding selfish, but yeah, I'm just trying to get like my career on path, like where I want to be.
Good, yeah.
So, yeah.
And then, good point. Like, let us know a little bit about yourself. I know on the show you mentioned you were going back to school and things like that. Tell us a little more.
So I'm back in school. I graduated this year with my associates, but I just got accepted literally like after filming. 2 weeks later, I got accepted into the nursing program, so I'm so excited. This week, I know, thank you. This week, was just like orientation. It was just a lot of information, like a lot. Like my mind is really fried, so I'm really not even here. I'm
Uh-oh.
sorry. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Just one question. Like, why you so dressed up in the house? And I get it. It's probably because she's on this camera. I mean, that might be a dumb question, but I just feel like she just overly dolled up to be in the house. But I mean, I guess you're on camera and I get it.
Well, then let's go ahead and jump right in then so we can get over to the juicy topic at hand, which is, since you guys ended up matching, have you guys gone on a date?
Nope.
I feel like the day after was like a date, I guess.
Okay, so after filming, you guys went out?
Yeah, for brunch.
Oh man, that ain't
Oh,
no
okay.
date.
So how was that planned? How would everything go? Let me know.
I mean, if he wants to talk, he can.
Okay, go ahead, Cliff.
So I mean, basically, she had a flight to catch that next morning. And I
Okay.
decided, she was close near to the airport, so it was a little breakfast brunch like snooze eatery. So I decided we
Ooh, I
can,
like snooze.
yeah. So I decided, let's just go there for brunch and catch up and try to get to know each other and talk a little bit. So I decided to take her to snooze. So we went to snooze for brunch that morning.
Okay. How'd that go? How was it for you, Cliff?
It went well. I feel like it went well. We had good conversation. We had mimosas, drinks. We got
Okay.
to feel her energy a little bit more. So I feel like the vibe was pretty smooth for me. When that
Okay.
was the first time us one on one. So it was pretty cool for me though, for the most part.
Okay. How was it for you, Ro?
It was okay. I mean, I enjoyed myself. I mean, it was a few things that I was noticing
Don't
during the
sound
brunch,
like
but
it.
overall it was okay.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
what? What were you noticing?
I
I'm
mean,
gonna just guess and say any like social awkward situation probably.
I already addressed it to Cliff. Like, I feel like it was just like some topics that were being brought up a lot, and it was kind of like why were we discussing it? If that makes sense.
Mm. What we
Okay. Cliff,
getting
did you want to
into?
touch on that?
Please.
Basically, basically the topic that she saying that I brought up was she asked me a question about from the show who was what the females that popped me, and I
Oh
explained to her
man.
one of the contestants that one of the females that popped me, but I guess she said I brought that up multiple times when we were out or when we was there, but I don't feel like
Like you
I feel.
brought up the other contestant or you brought up being popped?
Well, I told her about who the female was that popped me, and I guess she felt like I brought it up so many times, but I mean she asked me the
Self
question, I explained it
sabotage.
to her, so but she said I brought it up multiple times. I don't really recall bringing it up that many times, but I guess in her mind she said I brought it up multiple times. So
All right, let me pause this real quick. Two things. She self sabotaging. She don't really like him like that, so she's trying to make him disqualify herself by talking about something that she already turned off by. Secondly, this brother possibly did say it multiple times, and he just don't remember. And because he already kind of socially awkward, so I can see what he could be saying and doing things and don't even realize it because he seems like he'd be a little spaced out when he be talking. But I feel like it's the first option. I feel like she's trying to self sabotage because she really don't like him, and she's trying to make him eliminate himself out of the picture.
I don't know.
Okay. Ro.
I don't remember asking you about it because I know that you had
Mm-hmm.
discussed it like prior that night, like when we were in the car, and it wasn't. She wasn't the only one that popped on you. You have to remember that. But I feel like she was being brought up more just because y'all had common interest. So I feel like maybe your mindset was somewhere else, if that makes sense.
Well,
Okay, so you feel like, oh, sorry, Cliff, go
I
ahead.
mean, we was eating that night when we went out. She had asked me the question, like, who was because she was curious, like, who was the ones that popped, and I explained who the ones was, but it was one that I did explain that I did have a little more similar interest with, which I can't deny and lie about that. But yeah, I mean, that was the
Mm.
truth, but fact. But I don't feel
Okay.
like I brought it up constantly, but I did explain to her who it was. So I mean, and I just left it at that. But I mean, I feel she felt like I said it more than multiple times. So I guess it is, it is what it is on
Okay.
that.
So, Ro, you feel like that other contestant was more his type? Is that what, like, is that the
Um,
vibe that you were getting,
I
or?
I can't say type, like he said, like more. They had just more in common, and
Okay.
like even like
God.
Cliff, when we were like at brunch, I even said like, why do you keep talking about it? And then you're like, oh no, I don't
What?
know what you said after that, but I know me saying that. Okay, why are we still talking about it? Like it just was like
Somebody
kept
lying.
going.
Somebody's lying. It's either you or it's him. One of y'all lying, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
So that's just.
That's the part where I'm confused at, because at brunch I don't really feel like I brought her name up. I brought her name up that night, and that was pretty much it. Like brunch, I feel like we was talking about everything else besides that. So I don't really see myself saying that constantly. But I mean, if she feel like that, I said it multiple times. We just gonna leave it at that. She feel like I said it multiple times. So
you guys went out the night before the brunch as well, or?
yeah, we went out. Yeah, we went out that night too.
Oh, okay. Where'd you guys go that night?
I think it was Yard House.
Okay, and it was just
But
you two,
everybody
or it
was
was like
there before we got there because he took me to
okay.
go change. So I wanted to be in something a little bit more comfortable. So he took me to my Airbnb to go change, and then that's when we met everybody at Yard House.
Okay, so this one was more, Yard House was more like a group setting. Everyone else from the show.
Right.
Okay,
It
I
wasn't
see.
all the matches, but it was just like a few of us.
Got it. Okay, and then
Okay.
brunch the next day was just the two of you guys.
Right.
Okay. So then after brunch, what happened? Obviously, I know you had to go catch a flight. How's
Yeah, he took me to just to the catch my flight. Yeah.
okay? And how has the communication and everything been since then?
That has not been in communication.
Damn.
Oh, okay. So after
None.
brunch, you guys determined
I mean,
that it
after,
wasn't.
yes, like when I got here, like back to Texas, yes. But like we like talked about some stuff, and I think like we wasn't on the same page, and maybe like he felt like a certain way, and then I honestly don't want to bring up this issue because I don't know if I can discuss it,
Do it.
but like
Don't hold
what
back.
was going on in this chat, and it just was like a lot that was going on. So
Air it out. Y'all in the courthouse of JB Reacts, we say air it out.
Okay.
it
What was
kind of
going
like
on?
Thank
I
you,
guess
Arlette.
like I remember
Presume.
asking Cliff like, "What's your like normal or usual type that you go for?" I mean, he told me.
God.
And then, he asked me, and, I told him, there's a particular like nationality that I do talk to just because it's like what I'm used to. But I think he kind of took it as like I didn't want to get to know him. Like I honestly like wanted to step out of my comfort
Oh
zone.
my God.
And I really was interested. Like I really told him that I'm open and that I don't want to ever miss out on a blessing ever. So I don't want to say like this person is my
Damn, y'all. Give me a second.
person because he's this color or this nationality or this ethnicity, and if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I did say that, but I don't know if something else like made him not like want to communicate, because then even like we had a discussion like one night when we talked on the phone, and then you're like, oh, I'll text you in the morning, and then I didn't hear anything else from you.
Okay, and now so Cliff,
Fell out of love.
she's kind of saying you guys had a discussion. You said you were gonna call her the next day or whatever it was, and she didn't hear back from you. What would you say led to that?
Well, one
Lost
thing,
interest.
it was a lot of stuff going on in my head that was brought up to my attention too. I kind of didn't want to share it at that moment, but another thing that was brought up to me was Rose had a 53-year-old Nigerian man taking care of her. So this that was brought up to my attention as well.
Sugar daddy, I can see it. Look at Arlette face. Sugar daddy. You had a sugar daddy. You're a sugar baby. That's why you got the model vibe. You can't sustain all that, baby girl. I don't think you're a legit model. You got a sugar daddy.
From a few people that she was on the show with as well. So and then just with her when she explained the whole like she haven't really experienced African American man, and she
Wait, I didn't say that.
she said she
I
had
didn't say that
you said you
because
had, you said you
my mom is from Louisiana. I grew up with my mom. Like
but you said
I've
you have
been like
she basically said she haven't dealt with an African
I
American man in
didn't
a
say
while.
I've never dealt.
You said it's been a
I've never said I've never dealt. Please don't put words in my mouth.
well, you said
Because
you haven't.
I consider myself Black American, even though my dad it was Nigerian. I consider myself Black American. I've dated so many Black American men, but I'm saying the older I got, I just started like dating like Nigerian men, and I just feel like a comfort, like
with the
Okay.
So I'm just
Nigerians.
telling you.
First of all, you even bringing that up to him, that means you don't like him. Because any dude you like, you ain't saying no weird stuff like that. I'm gonna just be honest. A girl telling me that, why are you telling me that? I don't care. I'm with you. You feel me? Like I don't want to hear who you like, what's your type. If you telling somebody that means you obviously don't like him.
I haven't dated any Black American men in a while. That's all I
The,
was saying.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm explaining. That I'm explaining. So
No,
she
but you
hasn't.
Okay,
said
sorry.
that I have never.
I said you haven't dealt with. You told me that you haven't dealt with African American men in a while. So
You didn't
from
say
her
in a while. You
you
said.
didn't. You didn't even let me finish. Can I finish?
Okay,
Okay,
let's
go
let him
ahead.
finish. Go ahead, Cliff.
So
Okay.
basically, she said
Cliff
she
about
hasn't
to
dealt with
crash
African
out.
American men in a while because of her past experience. Don't get me wrong. She's like she have dealt with Nigerian men as well. But she had some past experience with them as well. So I was like, okay, cool. But it was just giving me that if she haven't dealt with an African American man, it just felt like I think she was more towards like Nigerian might be more towards her preference. And then just to piggyback off
But
that,
you can't make that decision for me. If I said I was open to get to know you,
you was open and
like
optimistic. But then
You
again,
saying it.
a few of the girls on the show, from her episode, brought it up to my attention that she was talking to a whole Nigerian man that's 53 years old. So I was just shocked about it because
I know it's true because I can see her collarbone and her chest plate. That shit breathing up and down hard as hell. So you know she nervous about the information coming out, and them girls ain't had your back.
like, and then she was, the girls was shocked about it because they're like, why is she even on the show? And then
wait.
and
So you saying the girls in the group said that I was talking to this guy now?
you explained it to them.
No, I was not talking. I'm not talking to this guy now. Like this was like earlier part of this year. So whatever got missed.
So, Ro, just to confirm,
Them girls done exposed you.
when you came on the show, are you single?
Yes, like I wouldn't. For them to say that this guy was taking care of me, yes, this guy was taking care of me, but this was like way like earlier part of this year. So that had nothing to do with me. Like I literally came on the show with great intentions on finding somebody. So I don't like that you
Stop
took
lying.
what somebody else said instead of like getting it from me because you never even asked that from me. I don't feel like that's right.
I just feel
You've
like
been a sugar baby, and you literally went on a Pop the Balloon dating show, and you were a sugar baby for X amount of time. How do you think this is going to end well for you? And we about to believe you that you were finding love after being in a sugar baby situation. Get out of here.
like because you explained it on the show to the girls and everything, and they brought it up to
But
me.
you keep saying to the girls, but you never addressed me.
So you
about
guys
it.
never had a conversation about this.
Exactly. We never had a discussion about it. So you are going
I
by.
felt like
I
didn't want to bring that up. I didn't want to bring that because
that
I
means
feel
that
like
you
she was going to
wasn't really
twist it.
interested.
No, it
You
wasn't
wasn't
that.
interested in getting
It
to
just
know me then.
You
it
lying.
wasn't that. It just showed me that she was bragging about it like to the girls on the
I
show.
wasn't bragging.
Like that
Like
was
how
just
can you go by?
that was
I
just
don't
the
get
thing
it.
that
How can you go by he say she say? I would never do that to you because even in the group chat, I heard some stuff you were saying, but I never said, "Oh, I'm not gonna talk to Clip because I'm hearing this." Like I'm 33 years old. I wouldn't go back and be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna talk to him because I heard this." I'm an adult.
So, Ro,
like,
all the
I make my
girls
own
are
decisions.
in a group chat together from the episode. Is that where
Like
this
the
information is
girls,
coming from?
right? So the girls have a group chat that we made a group chat because we wanted to go out after the show and like hang out. I mean, yeah. So that's what the group chat was morely about. And so it just turned to something else. And I'm not trying to put the other girls out there because I got to know everybody. But I don't know what girls he's pertaining to because I honestly was not in the back bragging about some 50-year-old man taking care of me because that's not what it is. And I wish you would have addressed me like personally and I would have told you no. That was like way back then. I mean,
But how did the girls know about it? That means you brought it up to them. They don't know your life story without you telling them, man. That's on you.
that's how communication starts. And I told you on the show, communication is a real big issue for me. That's my love language. If you can't communicate with me and you're going by like what the streets are saying, like you would never have a real relationship. And that's just
you for the streets.
And it was multiple people that was bringing.
I'm just saying like street, like outside people.
But it's multiple people bringing up the same situation.
But you're still saying multiple people instead of addressing it from the person that it happened to. So now
Cliff,
it feels like
Too late, boo-boo.
I'm sorry. Like now it feels like you're trying to make me look bad on this show. Like, oh, she had this man taking care of her while she came on the show. I haven't seen that man in months, like literally.
Months ain't even that long. You acting like months is a long time. I thought she was about to say years. Girl, you making yourself look bad. I hope you realize that.
So Cliff, did you ever like once think like, okay, you know what, I'm hearing this, let me go ahead and speak with her and get more clarification?
No, I didn't really want to. I didn't want to bring it to her attention because I just feel like we'll be in a debate like how it is right now, just constantly like it was just go back
It's
and
not
forth.
a debate. I'm defending
Us going back and
myself.
forth and like
I'm
she
defending
saying that
myself.
Yeah,
it was
annoying.
just like she bringing it up like it was past years or something when it was probably could have been recently. So I just didn't
It
want to.
wasn't recent though.
So I don't really know what it was. So I didn't really want to necessarily talk about it.
I don't know
like
what
at that point because I feel like she would have just probably said like, "Oh, it was in the past or some years ago."
Because that's true. Like I'm gonna defend myself. If it's true, I would tell you. If it's not true, I would tell you it's not true. Like I'm gonna defend myself.
You can tell Cliff don't have no time for the bullshit. I can see his personality. He's very like reserved, a little socially awkward, but you can tell when he's on shutdown mode, that nigga turned that shit all the way off. Like you can tell the knob is down to 0. Like he is turned all the way off.
That's fine.
So how was it brought up to you, Cliff? Like you reached out to the other girls, or they reached out to
actually,
you? Like how?
Yeah, actually, it was one that she was actually cool with. But yeah, she reached out to me and told me, and she was like she can't believe that she told her that because she literally explained it to her. And then this was actually one of the girls that actually popped on me that told me it personally. So
wow.
And she told me that she was bragging about it, and she thought about it like, why is you even on the show? If you announce
and
it.
And I honestly feel like I already know who you're talking about, and that's probably the main person that was causing all the mess. But I'm not gonna say anything.
You messy for even telling her that.
I wish, but honestly, at the end of the day, you're my match. I'm your match.
No, you're not.
You talking to her about me is not okay.
It was brought to my attention. I didn't say nothing. I didn't even know anything. It was brought to my attention.
I know, but when you heard that, you should have been like, "Bro, like, is this true?" And I would have been like, "No, Cliff, that's not true. Like, she might have misheard something or misread something because I keep all my receipts. Like, I have messages too. So I wish you would have addressed me first and been like, "Bro, she said this. Is this true?" And I would have told you. I have nothing to hide.
Girl, you're a retired wannabe model. Nobody cares.
Promise you.
Okay. So Cliff, you got this information, and then right after you got that was it. You never spoke to Ro again.
Yeah, I really did. I just fell back like off Ro. I couldn't deal with like all that. Just hearing the information, and then just with the whole, she kept bringing up like, oh, how I was constantly saying person name and stuff. It was just giving me a lot of like, I was gonna pull my dreads out, to be honest with you. Like I just didn't want to keep conversation where like it was just
this guy is making me trying to make me look bad.
I just left it alone because I just wanted to like kind of move on because it was just I feel like it would be a lot of going back and forth with me and her. So I'm not that kind of person to keep going back and forth and always having to talk and I'm just like a more peace and smooth. But with Ro, it's just like it's just constantly have to like go back and forth. So I didn't want to kind of deal with that. So I wanted to keep my peace. So I kind of just left it as it is and just let it die down, really, to be honest.
Smart brother. Disagreeable woman like yourself who want to go back and forth and argue, we ain't got time for that. We don't want the headache. This man a scuba diver. You think he want to deal with your damn soul in you got in your head and mouth just yapping? No, he don't want to deal with it.
But you.
Okay. So were you interested in her to begin with? Like,
I mean, I was, but with all the information and stuff, that I got, it just kind of like
the information that you got.
It just made me kind of like think twice, and then just from the text message and stuff, because I don't know, I just started thinking a little bit, and then plus when we rode in the car together, she didn't really want to match with me anyway when she explained everything to me. So that was another thing because I really wasn't truly her match, and she explained that to me in the car. So. That was another.
I never told you that, Cliff.
You did tell me that. You did tell me.
I did not. Why are you trying to make me look bad?
Nah, he airing your whack ass out.
You are, but it's fine. You know what? I came on here.
This is why I came on here.
Sorry, guys. Hold on. One person at a time. I can't hear.
I let him talk. I came on here with great intentions. So, not to like make him look bad, just go with the flow, like tell him, my side. Mm-hmm. But like the stuff that you're saying is kind of crazy because for you to say that I sat in the car and said that, you was not my match. I would never say that. That has not came out my mouth ever. As I watched the show, I was not your match. When I watched the show, I was not your match. You literally was on that show asking the same questions to every lady. And the only question you were asking the lady was about travel. It was nothing about them genuinely, like as a person. It was nothing about them bringing anything to the table. It was nothing about them internally. You were only asking about travel. So to me, like, you're on the show just to find someone to travel with. And
Okay, let me pause you right there. This brother is socially awkward, and I can see that. And he talks about those things because that's like really the points that's in his head from what I noticed. You trying to do this reverse psychology. She's trying to flip the script, make it look like it's not her that wasn't interested, making it like it's him that wasn't interested when it really was her that wasn't interested. We not kids no more, man. We used to do stuff like that back in high school. We know what you're doing. You came on the show for clout, you can tell.
honestly, when I watched it, I kind of looked and was like, this guy really wasn't even really that interested in me because
He's
you
just
didn't really ask
socially
me any
awkward.
questions. The only person that was really asking me questions was Rob. Like, nobody.
Oh,
You honestly did not show interest in me. Like, you did not. And and I know I didn't tell you you was not my match because I honestly wanted to match with you because you were older. I like that you were calm. Like, I want a man that's calm. I don't want a man that's rowdy because I'm already like energetic.
too
Like,
much.
I chose you because of those characteristics that I seen. You were calm, you were older. You cared yourself more, better. I liked how you were dressed. Like, so you can't say that I chose you. I didn't, like, you were not my initial match, because if that was the case, I would pop my balloon, honestly.
Let me say one thing, y'all. He's very now. I did say this during that episode that he was so quick to just want to match with somebody. I did say that. I don't know why he was like that. I don't know if he was just socially awkward or he just really wanted to match with somebody. But he had no, and I said this in the beginning of this, he had no contention with any of the females. He was so quick to just want to get up under a woman. He's like he had no standards. So she is right there. He seemed like he had no standards. But ma'am, I could tell you didn't really want to match like that.
At the end of the day, like, that's just it. But honestly,
crazy.
To me, watching the show with my friends and family, it just seemed like you just wanted a match, and it didn't really feel like you wanted something genuine.
Damn.
Because your questions were not in a genuine place. It was just like, oh,
I'm good.
where have you been? Where have you traveled? That's it. Point blank.
At least I know I'm not the only one that feel like this, because she said exactly what I just said. Yeah, all right, cool.
Period.
That's crazy.
Cliff, anything you want to add to
I mean, that was one question I asked because that's clearly what everybody came out and mostly everybody say. So traveling was one big thing about me. But when we were in the car, she clearly did say that Rob, who was the last person that was down with me, that she would have chose Rob, but she wanted to do something different. Rob was more of her preference, but she only chose me because she wanted to do something different. So she wanted to step out of her
stepping out of my comfort zone.
So that clearly means.
But I didn't say that you were not my match. I said Rob is someone I would have normally went for, but I chose you. I chose you for a reason. So you can't just say that, because just like you were bragging about the other girl, like y'all had a lot of common interests. I'm not doing you that way, but now you're making it seem like I did not want to choose you. I chose you for a reason. If I wanted to choose Rob, I would have, but I didn't. I wanted to step out my comfort zone because I liked your demeanor. Like I said, you were calm, you were cool, collected. Like, I'm just confused on where all this coming from.
I will say this. I think she probably did want to match with him for his demeanor, cool, calm, and collected. She was looking for another sugar daddy. She was looking for somebody that was a little bit of a square, looking like he'll do the most for her. He would cake on her. He would SIMP on her. That's why she picked you, brother. And then you are socially awkward to the point to where your conversation is weird and you just wanted a match. So I could see the pot stirred up right here, y'all. This is unfolding right here. I see exactly both sides and I understand where, both are coming from. And yeah, man, this is crazy.
So you felt like when she said Rob is what she usually goes for, you're thinking
it wasn't
like,
just, I mean, not even just that. It was just everything though that, just led up to, just where we at like now. So I just didn't want to continue to like deal with like everything that was going on. So
smart.
Okay, so there was no closure. Like, hey, I don't think this is not gonna
Exactly. He didn't even
work.
give me closure. Like that's immature. Like that's all you could have said was like, "Bro, I heard this about you. Is it true?" I would have told you, and then you could have made you could have said, "Okay, well, I don't want to continue this," and I would have been like, "Okay, I understand." You didn't even give me that. I would have gave you that. I honestly would have gave you that.
Ro, did you reach out to him when you didn't hear from
No,
him?
because I felt like there was no need for me to reach out, because if he really was interested in me and if he really wanted to know like whatever he heard was true, then he would have reached out to me. I didn't reach out. After he said, "Oh, I'll text you in the morning," and then I didn't hear back, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Boy, he looked so done over there. Like he just like, I don't want to hear nothing you have to say.
Okay. Oh my God, that's a lot for only knowing each other. What was that? All in like a week?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's just too much. It's just too much to deal with. Like,
don't try to make it seem
it's
like
just
it's
too much to deal with
though.
within a week, and I'm just really not trying to do all that. Like,
don't make it seem like
yelling?
It's just me.
I'm just saying. It's just
you have
Arlette,
blame in it too.
It's crazy because like even the messages and stuff I show my guys, it's like, wow, like you going through like dealing with all that, and y'all barely even know
messages that she sent you.
Yeah, just
show them
essays, paragraphs,
show
like
them.
you know, books.
Yes,
you know?
because if I can't talk to you during the day, I'm gonna send you a message and tell you all this that we're talking about because we're getting to know each other.
Yeah.
All this you showing your boys and stuff. See, that's childish. I don't.
It's
do
not
stuff
childish.
That's not childish.
It is
He can show his friends the messages of like the crazy stuff you doing. That's not childish. You're crazy, ma'am. That's all it is.
Childish. Why would you show your boys my messages? That's for you.
So
it's some like
that's
just to
childish.
show like
I have not showed any of my friends.
You my match, so I showed them like look what I'm going
It doesn't matter. I'm your match. I'm not their match.
But it's just like I said.
So I don't show my friends my messages of you.
It was a lot, and I just
you have a lot of growing up to do, but it's okay.
I really
like
don't.
you do.
I really don't.
Because there's no way I'm gonna be showing my friends my guys' messages like, oh yeah, she did that. Like,
no, I was just showing them like, look what I'm going through.
No, you don't do that. You don't do that.
Like that's crazy. I didn't say I showed them the whole message, but like
it don't
look
matter.
At the essay.
You don't do that.
Okay.
All right,
well,
guys.
that's what you don't do.
And for one,
we're
like
not gonna get anywhere, guys.
Arlette, referee, please.
And for one, you should have addressed me.
That's why I left it at it was.
You should have addressed me about everything that you felt about me.
It wasn't a purpose. Like no, I wasn't about to do that.
That's crazy.
So,
okay,
and that's fine.
well, we can see. Yeah, this.
Yeah, it's fine.
There's a lot.
You have a lot of maturing to do. I'm just gonna let you know that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You are welcome. Because all this he say, she say, baby, I am not in high school. I'm not. If I need to know something, I'm gonna ask the person. Point blank, period. I'm gonna ask that person.
All right. Well, in other news,
I will say he could have asked her about the situation. I do feel like being transparent, but I think he just was like, I'm so done with you. I don't even want to waste my breath asking you about this, and I don't want to hear your response. I think that's really what it was.
Go ahead and wrap this up.
Yeah, man.
I know, Ro, you said you're going back to school. Any other projects, anything else you're going to be working on that we could be on the lookout for?
Honestly, just education.
Okay.
Like continue to of course I want to keep progressing on myself because I took some time off during the summer and kind of reevaluating myself, so now I'm at a better state, so now I can focus more on my education. So just education. I have 2 more years and then I can do what I want to do.
All right. Well, good luck with that. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And you're gonna come out here, you're gonna be Nurse Bay.
Yes, I can't wait.
What happened to Model Bay?
Oh my gosh.
And then Cliff, what about for yourself? Anything you're working on? Anything
I'm just continuing to work on my construction projects. We got a building that's being built right now, so I'm just pretty much just grinding in construction right now.
Flex on
continue to be project manager. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. Just focus on the project that I got aligned out right now for me. So
nice. Well,
flex on her.
Look with that as well.
Thank you.
I wish you both many successes. Thank you so much for coming on today. And I hope everything works out in your love life, work life, career, all of that stuff.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys for coming on. And thank you everyone at home for tuning in. We'll catch you all next time.
That's sad that had to happen, man. That's sad that had to happen. I mean, I knew it was going to be a problem from the beginning. I just already knew it. You know what I'm saying? It was just a weird match. I did not upload that video because the audio was so messed up. I was going to upload it, but the audio was so messed up. I just couldn't do it. I said I'm just not even gonna, force it. But yo, that was crazy. But I know women that act like that. They try, not even just women, men do it too. You try and reverse psychology and literally put what you're doing onto the other person to make it look like it's not you doing it. And it's like the oldest trick in the book. Like that's so high school, middle school, like type stuff, And I could see her doing that, and I could see his faults also. I'm not saying he's not wrong in the situation. He's very socially awkward, and I could tell he needs to work on that to where he can like articulate and handle himself better in more of a relationship with women. Because I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to dealing with y'all women, y'all got it. Like I said, it's a balance. You can't be too serious. You can't be too playful. You got to balance it out just right, the way y'all turned on, but y'all not turned off. So, yeah, man, let me know what y'all think about it. Y'all like the video, comment below. This is JB Reaction. Until next time.